Good afternoon, I'm Herman Green with the Midday News. A special welcome to those of you watching online at onespotmedia.com. Entertainer Clifton Bailey, popularly known as Capleton, made his first appearance in court today after being charged on Friday with rape. Capleton appeared in the St. Andrew Parish Court this morning, where he was granted bail. Now, TVJ reporter Andrea Chisholm was in court and now joins us live by phone with the latest. Andrea, what can you tell us?
Thank you very much, Herman. Well, scores of persons are still here at the Halfway Tree Parish Court in St. Andrew as Clifton Bailey, popularly known as Capleton, had his rape case mentioned in court. On location was Capleton's mother as well as other popular entertainers, namely Queen Ifrica, Tony Rebel, and Anthony Cruz. Now, blue was the color of the day for Capleton. He was dressed in a blue long-sleeve shirt, blue pants, blue undershirt, and even blue shoes with gold or silver trimmings. In court this morning, his attorney, Christopher Townsend, urged the court to grant him bail as he has never been arrested before for anything. The clerk of the court, Herman, actually wanted his travel documents to be surrendered, but his attorney argued that as an entertainer, Capleton has a number of tours and shows coming up from May 27th through to July 21st, and he's booked for the entire time. Now, the senior parish judge, Vaughn Smith, said that he didn't want to affect Capleton's schedule, but court takes priority at this time. In the end, Capleton was allowed to keep his travel documents, but the judge said that if he missed one court date, he would have to revisit the matter. So in the end, he was granted bail in the sum of $250,000, and Capleton is scheduled to return to court on June 14th. So we'll continue to monitor that. Herman, it's back to you.
All right, thank you. Our reporter Andrea Chisholm there live from the St. Andrew Parish Court. In other news, a response has come from the government amid calls for it to outline how it intends to mitigate against any ripple effects rising global oil prices could have on the Jamaican economy. Energy Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley says the Holness administration is looking to develop strategies to prevent a major blow to Jamaica. Analysts at Bank of America Merrill Lynch have predicted that prices for crude oil may skyrocket to $100 per barrel as soon as next year, due to major supply risks in Iran and Venezuela, which are likely to strain global energy markets. Opposition spokesman on finance, Mark Golding, yesterday asserted that there had been no response or even an acknowledgement of the situation from the government. In an interview with our news center, Dr. Wheatley said the administration is monitoring the situation.
The matter of the increase in the oil price is of concern to us, and we will look at how best we can approach this matter to ensure that we do not, or we minimize the amount of transfer of the burden to the customers.
And Dr. Wheatley also said he intends to raise the matter during today's meeting of the cabinet.
It is a matter, as relates from a financial perspective, it is the Ministry of Finance that will drive the financing component. And as such, I do not have the agenda before me as to what will be discussed at cabinet, but it's something that I will raise personally as Minister of Finance.
Meanwhile, the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, JCC, has expressed concern about the potential impact the global rising oil prices could have on the country's economic growth agenda. JCC President Larry Watson says the government in the past had taken out hedges on rising oil prices.
This is always, you can win and you can lose depending on the level of risk and the assumptions that are made. But the minister in charge of Energy has indicated he's going to take it to cabinet. It is something Jamaica has done before, so I'm quite sure that they are reviewing the situation and will take the necessary steps that they think are good in the interest of Jamaica. Yes, I think we are proactive. I think a year ago the government spent some $9 million in hedging against the increase in oil prices, and it did not rise. And I don't think Jamaica benefited. So damned if you do and damned if you don't, and we will see what happens.
Employees of infirmaries are to come under increased scrutiny in the wake of reports that some residents in the facilities are being ill-treated. Speaking at a St. James Municipal Corporation meeting last month, Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie made this comment.
Some of who is working in the system can't be a part of the system any longer. because they have brought disgrace and shame on the system.
But on Thursday, the minister pointed out that he will be taking the issue further as closed-circuit television, CCTV, will be installed in infirmaries across the island. Mr. Mackenzie says this will help monitor workers abusing residents and for action to be taken against them. The local government minister says for too long he has been receiving reports of workers ill-treating residents in infirmaries. He warned that it will not be business as usual.
When the changes come to the Poor Relief Act, we're not changing the names alone. We're not putting in new facilities. Because you can't put J's in the same bottle by just virtually taking off the label. It is going to be a total cleansing of the situation because these people deserve better than they are getting.
A St. Catherine man accused of fleecing several persons of hundreds of thousands of dollars after promising to get them U.S. visas and jobs overseas is to appear before the St. Anne Parish Court today. He has been identified as 52-year-old Denzel Duff, who also goes by the name Denzel Rowe and Denzel Rose. According to the Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of crime for St. Anne, Richard Hilton, the persons filed a report after they realized that no information was forthcoming from the now accused.
So far, 11 persons have come forward and the suspect hasn't so far been charged for 11 counts of obtaining money by means of false pretense. We are asking any citizens within the St. Anne or St. Catherine area who would have conducted any business with this gentleman or anybody purporting to be offering these programs to contact the St. Anne police or the nearest police station to you and cause us to carry out the investigation.
Duff was held last month at a gas station in Ocho Rios. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett has launched a new digital marketing campaign aimed at promoting Destination Jamaica. It's called Join Me in Jamaica. Being undertaken by the Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, the campaign features promotional videos which showcase snippets of the culture through the eyes of Jamaican celebrities and personalities. They share their stories about why they love Jamaica while offering an invitation for visitors to join them on the island. Mr. Bartlett, in his remarks at the unveiling of the Strawberry Hill Hotel in St. Andrew on Saturday, said the ministry will be making greater use of technology in the new agriculture, or rather architecture, of tourism marketing in Jamaica.
It's a brand new way of approaching a more predictive marketing approach. We are about knowing outcomes before it happens. So he told you that the website powered by Google will enable us to have connectivity to every market. But he didn't dig deeper down to tell you that we will be able, through big data and big data analytics, to be able to be more precise and more targeted in terms of our marketing.
Nigeria and Jamaica are set to deepen cooperation in culture through the widespread distribution of Nigerian films. Nigeria High Commissioner to Jamaica, Janet Olisa, says the investment in Nigerian Nollywood Movies will help to develop the Jamaican movie industry.
Why it is interesting for them, because we have come a long way from nothing in the movie industry, and we've reached to a point whereby we are becoming acclaimed. We're the third largest movie production in the world. That is in terms of financial, but in terms of output, we are the second. From little money, we have produced movies. Yes, I'm asking corporate Jamaica to buy in. Let's see how we can cooperate, bring the business, and it's good for everybody. There's a win-win situation. There's money to be made, and there is nowhere the Nollywood movies have gone to that people have not made money out of. So why not Jamaica?
Now, Ambassador Alyssa says Jamaica and Nigeria have a similar culture.
See how Jamaicans come into play, understanding that we have a lot of in common, coming from the same motherland, and we are one people at the end of the day, no matter what may have been over the years. And I have seen a lot of Jamaicans enjoying Nollywood movies, and I want to bring Nollywood movies to come into each and every homes and in the theater. So I'm hoping with this I can sample more of the opinions of Jamaicans, how they feel about it.
She also spoke to the bilateral agreement between both countries.
But what the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and I are doing right now is how do we fine-tune this agreement, reduce it, bring what is right now most critical, and then in future we build on it, rather than having an omnibus agreement that is just general. So we are working on having a cultural, a trade, a bilateral air service agreement, different aspects, but not too many at once.
And we go now to sports. The St. George's Slayers won the Jabba Southern Conference basketball competition after a 77-72 victory over the UA Running Rebels at the National Arena on Saturday. Simon Preston tells us more.
After losing twice to UE Running Rebels earlier in the season, revenge was on the cards for St. George's Slayers, and they certainly made use of their opportunity. Michael Rogers, who has come up trump for St. George's all season, was once again prolific on the night as he was the top shooter for the Slayers with 29 points and 9 rebounds. He was also supported by teammate Andre Rose, who contributed 18 points and 7 rebounds. The UE Running Rebels did put up a fight as a Kimoni friend scored 16 points and had 16 rebounds. Jonathan Mitchell also chipped in with 11 points and 18 rebounds. Head coach of UE Rebels, Pete Matthews, says indiscipline costed his team the victory.
What happened why we lost the game is the perennial indiscipline at the bottom end of the game, when people shoot when they're not supposed to shoot, and not using people who we figure were hot in the game. But that's how it is still.
Head coach of the St. George's Slayers, Rohan Robinson, who was pleased with the result, says he has turned his attention towards the playoffs.
We are looking forward to the playoff. Right now, we are on an eye, so we are make sure that we ride the waves of it and ride to the end. You know, we are not going to sit back and drop our intensity.
In the third place playoff, Urban Knights clipped Pembroke Hall 78-77. All 4 teams will now head to the All-Ireland National Playoffs. Reporting for TVJ Sports, I'm Simon Preston.
And that's the Midday News. I'm Herman Green. Join us at 7 for the Primetime News Package. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.